Hi everyone, this is Killshot from the 999 Army. I can't say it anymore. You guys know who we are, the 999 Army. It's hard to say it fast, and plus I'm super hyped up, and we are live, so whatever. Just want to make a couple of announcements. I got good news and bad news for everybody. The good news is we are here early on a Sunday morning. And the bad news is we're not going to do a 8 o'clock stream tonight. So one stream only today. I was just so excited to tell all of you that yeah, didn't come out right. We will be back on our regular schedule tomorrow night at 9:30. Today we have a pretty interesting topic, and it is going to be kind of our strategy of who we need in order to fight the Whispers. We've been sort of leading into that. You guys know the funnel theories that we throw out there. So now I want to talk a little bit of strategy today. Yeah, some people are on lag and they're still getting over the evening. Also, these early streams, I do want to give a shout out to all of our international audience, people viewing from across the pond. And if you guys did not see yet, we do have a brand new comic read over on the 999 Gaming channel. So check that out. Leave your thoughts and comments. Pretty good issue. So I'm excited about that. And the story's starting to deviate a little bit, but I got so excited about a character that was introduced in the comic. Well, I guess I can spoil it. You guys are going to watch it anyway. So Dwight takes on a little bit bigger role, and it just got me thinking a little bit. TV Dwight versus comic book Dwight. There's some similarities, but it looks like he's such a bigger piece of the story in the comic book, and they're just sort of putting him on standby on the TV show. So just my thoughts with that so far. I put 3 characters kind of up there that I think are going to be paramount in order to take down the Whispers, if they are to take down the Whispers. And I think I've got some story arcs that could play out, I think, quite nicely. And if you guys don't know, the brand new channel here, you guys have found us, but we're just waiting on Super Chats on every channel now. So 999 Dead, we will be streaming there later on next week, but the first few streams, probably Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, are going to be on this channel until we make our thresholds. So we got a ad-lib Super Chat. Scott Kernan says, well, Dwight is dead in the comics now, so... Oh, man. Scott, you just killed me. I would have found out eventually, I guess. But, oh, that's crushing. I don't want to know how it happens. So, they all die. How long has the comic been out anyway? Is it like a week, 2 weeks? And I got a long way to catch up, so by the time we, get there, you know what? I'm still going to talk. 2 weeks, yeah, that's plenty of time. Plenty of time for a spoiler. Hold on. Oh, I gotta do promotions too. Look at that. Emmy just got a big promotion. Hey, let me also say this to everybody, and I know he's listening, but Tommy is a little bit under the weather, so Tommy is a little bit ill. So if you guys could all do me a favor and give me a super shout out to one of our moderators, Tommy, the Man Bun McCandless. So Tommy, get well soon, and you got to get well before the holidays, man. Okay, so I got a couple bullet points, and I've almost thought of this strategy as if it were like a video game with Negan, Dwight, and Eugene. Negan, like the hand-to-hand combat person, Dwight ranged, and Eugene more of the strategist, and they worked well together. I mean, I thought they did, and I just kind of see this as a reunion of sorts. So before I get into my theories and how I want it to play out, do you guys think Eugene is a goner in the TV show? I just want to kind of take a quick pulse survey to see how you guys think Eugene will be around for a little while? Or do you think he's going to be one of the ones that gets taken out? I think it's more likely that Father G will be taken out rather than Eugene. Really, Mitch? I hope so. No, no, no. Yeah, I think Eugene's going to be around a little while too. So here's the second part to that question. How about Rosita? Because I'm going to say, I think Rosita sticks around too. But the alternate theory to that is, like the comics, where Rosita was pregnant with Siddiq's baby, and Negan did sort of give us that, he dropped that nugget of she could be out there messing around a little bit. But if she doesn't, if they don't go that line, would it be cool to finally see Eugene step up and do something like save Rosita? What do you think? Like, maybe she's one of the ones that is captured as well. I mean, we've heard the big three, Daryl, Michonne, Carol, but what if Rosita's in the mix? Khaleesi, you're commenting. I can see you. And each sort of has their own motivation to helping them out. So first and foremost, I'm just going to throw down the gauntlet and bold prediction. And some people are going to say, okay, well, it's not that bold because it's comic. I am going to go super bold prediction and say Ezekiel does die at the fair. And that is what's going to really set everybody off in the chaos. I just feel like Ezekiel's going to be given one of his final speeches and talking about how great it is that all the communities come together, and it's just going to be one of those kind of like with Jesus, just kind of stabbed right in the back. And I think that's going to be the thing that really sets off everybody and gets the Whisper War in motion. Could you guys see that happening? Like the person that sets up the event, the person that it's the most important to, his last stand could be that. And Carol is already captured, so Carol can't save him. He can't save her. So, yeah, I think that would just sow chaos all throughout the group. But I mentioned this in a previous stream. I don't think it's going to play exactly the way the comics go. I don't feel like Ezekiel and Rosita will both go. Because I would like to see Eugene have complete reconciliation. And I think in order to do that, and would anybody like to see Eugene end up with Rosita? I mean, he's worked really hard. The dude's been through a lot. He's never really gotten a shot. And you know, he was even trying to tell her a couple times, and I felt like, you know, when they were before they got into the Whisper situation, she kind of wanted to hear him say it. And then when he got the chance, she didn't want him to make it weird. Well, that would definitely mix it up a little bit, wouldn't it, Eddie, if Ezekiel's still filming? And Jerry as well, huh? Well, we're going to have to come up, and if that doesn't play out according to spoiler sites, something big has to go down at this fair. If it's not Ezekiel, well, and we don't know that, and Eddie, and I guess a few others, we don't know from the spoilers of whether the border scene, are the Pikes supposedly there yet? You know, maybe the season doesn't end with the Pikes, and that's why Ezekiel's there. I am all for it changing. You know what? I would love to see Kari Payton be on the show for a long time. Julia, there will be some spoilers out there in January. I mean, there's a few things trickling through, but we'll start talking spoilers probably mid-January. Unless it's just something that gets out there really quickly, like, hey, Ezekiel's dead. I mean, I don't want to completely set the tone. I know what we've talked about because I've been asked several times, like, how do I think the episode's going to end and what the final scenes are going to be. And I've said I thought, you know, there'd be a group captured and we'd probably see Negan and a couple other people coming to the rescue. But just because they were filming does not mean it's sequential. So we'll be clear with that, because a lot of times they will do reshoots and they'll do other things. So they could film at the end, and that could be episode 14, could be episode 15. And, you know, as we talked about, apparently this fair extends a little bit of time. So I don't know. It's going to be someone, you know, who's going to meet on the road. In the comic, Rick meets Alpha on the road. It's going to be, is Daryl tied up at that point? Is Daryl going to be the one to go back to the fair? Could it be Ezekiel? Just a whole bunch of unanswered questions at this point. Well, the flashbacks, they're trying to go back and tell some of the story, I think, too. Because they did rush this arc so fast, they're going to have to put some pieces in there to make it make sense. Yeah. To get to the Maggie deal. So, Crystal, let me jump over here. Keels, we know that Jesus is dead, but we know he's coming back for the explanation of what happened with Michonne and Daryl. Don't you think it could be the same with Ezekiel? Prediction could be right. Well, Crystal, I think if we go with our typical funnel theory, there's a lot of funneling right now. Because I think right now people are just trying to sort out what's the filming. And you know, a lot of times people use flashbacks as the excuse. They're, okay, well, there's a flashback scene. It has to mean this. I think Jesus just telling the bigger story. I don't know that they're going to do flashbacks with Ezekiel, flashbacks with Jesus. If Ezekiel's filming, it just could be out of sequence. You know, maybe they went to edit it, it didn't flow, they had to go back, they cut some things out, and then, or maybe they planned it that way because they knew people were watching, they're trying to piece it together. Okay, we've got a good take for 16, and this actor's schedule is this, and this actor's schedule is that. At the end of the season, we'll go back and we'll film 14, we'll film 13. I mean, those happen on a regular basis. Yeah, I feel like Tammy Rose, something happened. Yeah. That could be it. Because Tammy's probably not out there roaming around. I mean, she could be the one, and that would be, I think, a pretty impactful death, even though she's not a major character. So the fair's going on. If something were to happen with Tammy, I think it's because there's a confrontation with Earl. Now, that I have heard. I have heard that Alpha does have a scene with Earl. She's in there without her mask. And once again, I think that would go a long way. Maybe he doesn't want to deal with her. Maybe he doesn't. If she does want to trade or she does want to negotiate something, he's kind of abrupt with her. And she might be like, yep, you know what? That just cost you. So, even though we're not big fans of Tammy, I think it would send a message. It would send the message of, if Alpha will kill at random, and if I don't get what I want, this is the consequence. And it's not just you, it's someone that is close to you. And I think that is the psychology that we're going to have to deal with. So let me throw this out there, because this does tie into the point that I want to make in this video with Negan, with Dwight, with Eugene. If they're kind of the group that's going to come out and sort of come up with a strategy and save people, and you can throw others in there. You could put Judith in there. You could put Magna in there. But what is... It's almost like Negan's warfare, and this is why I think Negan will be so good at it to be on our side for a change. If you're Alpha, and I know this is a long stretch, so please, don't get into the complete psychology. What's better in some cases? Killing the person or killing the person you most care about? And there's two potential results from that. Killing the person you most care about, yes, that could motivate you and you could be revenge, but it could also torture you and completely demoralize you, where now that person, Earl, could be a resource, and either Earl's going to fight or he's going to give up. So killing someone that Earl cared about, I think would send a ripple message to a lot of people. And it is very much like old school Negan. I'm going to just check out a couple comments here, too. Yeah, the actress is good. The character is, very minor character. But you can kill minor characters and have them have a major impact. I wouldn't say Jesus was a minor character, but I wouldn't say Jesus was, one of the top 5. And so I think even killing Jesus had a huge impact, because of what he meant to the hilltop and the recruiting aspects and how everybody felt about him. Henry the same way, right? So you kill Tammy, and then that impacts Earl among others and sends fear throughout the people of the fair and the hilltop. And if you kill Henry, which is rumored, Eddie, I agree with that. So Eddie says the only reason they introduced Tammy was for the border scene anyway. So any additional story to that would definitely add some relevance to that. Henry the same way. And how many people think that maybe Father G could take either the Ezekiel or the Rosita death? you know, Henry could be, maybe Henry could take the Ezekiel death and he could kind of serve that role, and Father G could take the Rosita death. So Henry Rosita instead of Ezekiel Rosita. Are you guys okay with that? And not from a popularity standpoint, but because Father G was pretty much meant to die in the scene. All right, I'm going to make sure I got my comic timelines perfectly straight here. The scene where Rosita and Eugene limped off, where Eugene was up on top of the tower. My thought is that that scene in the comics, and I haven't read it yet, but I do know of the scene, that's probably the part where Father G fell from the tower and got caught, and then the Whispers killed him. Would you guys agree that was the same timeline? Or do you think that's going to happen later on? I think it would be repetitive. Okay. The fact that it sort of semi-happened to Eugene, I don't know if it would be relevant to have it happen again when they get to Alexandria. So we can probably kind of check that off, that we're probably not going to have somebody fall and get their leg caught, since Eugene sort of went through it. Now, with that being said, then, yeah, it would be too repetitive. So then what I think happens is now Father G's expendable. He's upset about what happened to Rosita, might have to go out and prove himself. So I would think that he replaces Rosita's death. And I just think it would be creepy to have him reanimated. I mean, just his head on a pike and that eye and that, the fact that he was a priest. I just think that just gets to the core of Alpha's evil nature. I mean, look. Let me just give you these three and tell me what you think about this. So you got somebody who's willing to kill a kid in Henry, willing to kill the blacksmith's wife because they were at odds with each other, and then willing to kill a priest. If those three things don't just give you the very core of evil, I don't know. I don't know what else they could do to be more. I mean, that's value as far as I'm concerned. Look, killing a Daryl, killing a Michonne, killing a Carol, that would be huge news. And it won't happen. But I think killing those three and the impact they would have for different reasons, if you really drill down to the content of it, I think that's big. And then I don't know that you need to add any major characters in there. I think you could just, put another 5 or 6 people that, I mean, I would definitely, first of all, I don't think Tara's dying. Tara is going to be the last person standing. But I'd be okay, with the rest of those teenagers, the ones that were torturing the walkers. But I don't think the Whisperers are going to kill anybody that we would want to die. I think for maximum impact, like, look, I mean, Tammy's not a big character, but I don't know, a lot of people are sitting back saying, hey, I'd like for her character to die. I mean, there's a few that they could go. There are probably some former saviors that we'd be like, okay, well, they were saviors. They deserve to go. Ron says Tara is the cure. I would love it. Where's Pete D? And, you know, I think we're still in the comparison to the comic stage. This is why I got to get caught up in the comic. But we did get 108 today, so we're moving right along. So Scott says some people hate Gabriel. I don't hate him anymore. You know, there was a time I didn't like him, and I was like, okay. And then when he started ratting out Rick's group about, you know, they've done some things and don't trust them, and, you know, he's talking to Deanna. At that point, I didn't like him again. And then it's like, okay, he's kind of cool. They made him, when he met Negan and he had like the dirt on his hand, the fresh grave that didn't have Maggie in it. So I thought, okay, I went back and forth. I don't want to go back and forth anymore. I mean, he's okay. But he's still a priest. And I think if you're willing to kill a priest, I mean, Negan did not even kill a priest. Well, hold on. He was going to. He wasn't going to, and he was going to, and then the bullet sabotaged. So, yeah, I guess Alpha and Negan do have a little bit in common. So let me throw this out just as a question for the Army. Is Alpha the second coming of Negan? Or much, much worse? I mean, Negan could have kept going down that path. Well, worse than Negan now, but Negan, the Negan we saw at the end of last season, without the backing, I guess. And I guess he was conflicted because, you know, at one point, hey, anybody willing to beat somebody down with a baseball bat in front of other people is their own version of twisted. Let's not forget that. And I mean, Alpha's willing to stab people, behead them. But Negan was pretty vicious with Spencer. And I think we justify that because we say, well, Spencer was a traitor. But he did gut Spencer as well. Well, yeah, Cammy, that's a whole different level. So I'm not talking about just, you know, the things she allows to happen. I guess from a brutality standpoint, so the follow-up question, and this is the reason why I wanted to know. Does Negan have to go back to that in order to defeat Alpha? Does he need to regress? And can he turn it off and turn it on? I don't know. Kel, I don't think... In the context, I don't think Spencer earned a gutting. Negan did not even get gutted. Hold on, hold on. You know what? I'm going to pause it right here. I'm going to pause it right here. Okay. Spencer, for being a traitor, earns a gutting. But Negan, for bashing in people's skulls, gets jail time? Wait a minute. You're gonna have to justify that one to me. And Emmy's like, totally agree, Kels. So I got both of them here. I need to address this. And Mitch True. We're going to pause this stream and get some validation behind it. Spencer couldn't have been thrown in jail? Exactly. See that, Ron? I agree. It's like, if you backstab the sacred Rick Grimes, you get gutted in public. Yeah, well, the punishment does not appear to fit the crime. I'm reading these funny justifications of gutting Spencer in public. Hey, you know what? Hey, it's very scrupulous. I mean, there's gray area, and it depends on which side you're on. Okay, so follow-up question. Should we gut Dwight? Should we go out and catch Dwight and gut him? He was trying to kill Daryl, by the way, Steph. He just missed. I mean, here, you don't kill somebody after they found their orange crush. You know what I think would be this would be a good stream. I'm going to add this. So how many people would like to, we're going to set up a council, like the Alexandria Council, and we're going to do a live stream, the punishment and the crime. All right. If you guys are down to do this and you guys want an extended debate, because I think we could have a lot of fun with this and see where everybody stands on Walking Dead characters. Give me a quick 999 if you guys would like to talk about what some of the actions the characters have done and what the punishment was and whether it was justified or not justified. I think we could get in a lot of arguments with that, and that would be a good stream. All right. Okay, everybody. We're going to add that to the list, so we'll do that. We're going to do random things on Tuesday, and we'll add that as a stream and just go through. So I won't be judge and jury. You guys will participate in the conversation, and we'll just do some hypotheticals. With that, we're going to wind this down. We're about 33 minutes, and I know a lot of people got to go do some last-minute Christmas shopping. They got to watch their fantasy football, games, everything that's going on. The caption contest has ended. I'll put a video up later on today and show you the winner of the caption contest. Also, a shout out to KCF. KCF won one of the gift cards and random things and said, "Hey, Kills, I'd like to donate my gift card to the 999 Army." So we're going to add that gift card back into the pool of random things. Random things will be on this channel on Tuesday. So that'll go back in the pool, and we'll give away some more stuff. So hopefully you guys will have a good time with that and you enjoy your Sunday. As mentioned at the beginning of the stream, we are not going to stream at 8 o'clock tonight. So enjoy a little bit of your evening. There will be a video posted later on today, and then we'll get the caption contest for next week up either tonight or tomorrow. depending on how much time we have in order to do that. If you haven't subscribed to the 999 Army, hit the subscribe button when you're watching the playback. Once again, we're going to focus on 3 channels right now. We got 999 Gaming, just uploaded a comic book read there, so get over and check that out. You get to introduce King Ezekiel. We also have 999 Dead, which we're going to continue to grow and have a lot of our Walking Dead topics. So later on the week, we're going to shift our content here back over to there. And right now, we're just going to build this up with a few live stream videos. So we need to hit our subscriber count, so we need to get up to 1,000 as quick as possible. So let everybody know that we're doing all 3. And we need to get our hours watched. We need to hit 4,000 view hours. So make sure you guys are checking all the playbacks and everything else. We will probably have that threshold in about, probably by midweek. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I will see you all at 9:30 tomorrow night. Have a great Sunday, and look for the caption contest winner posted a little bit later on in the afternoon. Talk to you soon. Peace.